Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just wanted to do a video, a more in-depth video of Layne Norton's power hypertrophy adapter training or fat split routine. I got a request to do that, and the first video I did was, I don't even think it was over 2 minutes, so I'll try to do that as best as I can. Wrote down some notes, so I kind of know what I'm talking about, or hopefully that's the plan at least. The outline of it is pretty good. It's I like it because it's very flexible, and you can like specifically cater it to your needs, tweak it basically however you want. Basically, you start out with an upper and lower days in the beginning of the week, focusing on like a 3 to 5 rep range for like your compound movements like dumbbell bench, bent over barbell row, squat and deadlift, stuff like that. And then you have a rest day after you have an upper power day and then a lower power day, and then you have a rest day, and then you go into your hypertrophy training later in the week after the rest day. And then after your 3 days of hypertrophy training, you have another rest day, and then the cycle starts over again. What else? On my rest days as well, I like to do cardio, and that's normally when I do my abs. I only do my abs twice a week, but that's normally when I do them. Let's see, what else there is. On the hypertrophy days, you're hitting, of course, the same muscles again, so that's kind of why I like it, because you get into the rhythm of lifting twice a week, which I think a lot of people make a huge mistake of not doing that, especially if you're a natural guy or a girl. I don't know, I just reading into like the science behind it, and I really think you should train twice a week, but that's a whole different story. I don't think I'm technically qualified to give that out, but in doing some reading and research behind it, and yeah, I'll leave that for somebody else. Anyway, what else? On the hypertrophy days, the first lift that you would do, like squat, dumbbell bench, if that's what you're, that's just all an example. Squat, dumbbell bench, bent over barbell row, front squat, or whatever you're doing. On the hypertrophy days, you do, it's called speed work, so you do, I believe it's 6 sets of your 3 to 5 rep range max, but you're only doing 65 to 70% of the weight of your actual max. So you could kind of look at that as like a deload, but you're mainly just trying to, Layne Norton actually calls it speed work, because you're trying to go through the concentric phase of the lift or movement as fast as possible while still having a decent negative, but the main focus is the concentric part of the movement as fast as possible for, like I said, 6 sets. You probably don't need to do 6 sets, but I mean, if you're doing like 6 sets of 3 to 5 and you only keep the breaks or the rest periods between 30 seconds to 45 seconds, I mean, it's really no big deal. It really doesn't take that long. Again, I really like this routine, and because again, you can cater it to your needs. You can cater pretty much anything to your needs, obviously, because you can change it, and a specific routine, such as when there's 5-3-1. I know everybody's jumping on the bandwagon on that, but a specific routine is not gonna do it for you. If your nutrition doesn't complement your training, then it's pointless. It doesn't matter what you do or lift. If your training does not go hand in hand with your nutrition, you're wasting your time, basically. Oh yeah, if you ever do plateau on a lift, I'm actually gonna link Layne Norton's article from simplyshredded.com in the description box, because he actually talks about that if you start to plateau or whatever, you need to rotate your lifts, basically, like your main lifts, your compound lifts. Like let's say you're doing dumbbell bench, maybe instead of doing dumbbell incline on your hypertrophy day, make that your 3 to 5 day or whatever, and then again toy with the rep ranges and stuff. So I mean, again, just switch that. And if you're doing a squat, maybe try front squat for a few weeks. Also, if you're doing deadlifts, maybe incorporate deficit deads if you're bulking. If you're cutting, I don't really see the point of doing deficit deadlifts because it's more focusing on like the picking up of the weight, the faster concentric part of the movement. So I don't really see the point of doing that when you're cutting. But anyway, I'm just saying, for an example, deficit deads instead of deadlifts, or you could work in leg press for legs. Oh yeah, this is also a pretty high volume split, but of course, again, like I said, you can cater to whatever you want. You can cut down the sets, the workouts, not the workouts, the lifts, the rep ranges, stuff like that. But it is higher volume. If you stick to the cookie cutter thing that Layne kind of goes off of, I kind of toy around with it a lot. But if you do go off his cookie cutter thing, it's a normal workout, depending on the one. But if you're doing like an upper or lower, it's especially upper body power day. It's depending on how long your rest periods are, it might take you 90 minutes to 2 hours. Depending on how busy your gym is. But it's a lot of volume. Power days not so much. There's just a lot of lifts. So I guess technically that is a lot of volume. But anyways, that's basically a more in-depth review. Like I said, I'll link the interview that he did with Simply Shredded about it that goes into probably a lot more detail than I do. But yeah, I think that you should definitely, I definitely recommend it, and I think you should give it a shot. It's great. If you have any questions about it, feel free to message me on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever. As always though, guys, stay swole.